We're the Wyrd Sisters again, and this is part 2 of our introductory video because we recorded way too much for one video. Thanks. Okay, so we're off of the this or that questions. Let's go to first video game you remember playing.
Well, you brought that up earlier.
Oh yeah, we were talking about
me.
this earlier.
And
Reader Rabbit.
Reader Rabbit was probably the first thing that I can remember playing.
If you're talking like non-educational games, then probably that like Barbie Under the Sea game. Do you remember that?
Oh, I totally remember that.
Yeah.
You know what I loved more than that one though? The Barbie like spy one.
I don't remember
I played through that like twice because I loved it, and at that stage I like really
I like
my
you say
job.
you played through it twice, and
Yeah.
it probably took all of like a half an hour to
I don't
play
know.
when you think about it.
It was hard, okay?
I
was like
for being
8.
in like 3rd grade, yeah.
So like it was hard, and I really wanted to be a spy at that point. So I still want to be a spy.
When I was your age, when I was 8, for spies, I had the Carmen Sandiego game. Did you ever play that?
No, I never played that.
Yeah,
I know about it, but I've never.
Yeah, that's like the old school one.
Mm-hmm.
Except that wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like everybody knows about Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah.
I know a girl who cosplays as Carmen Sandiego. Have I ever showed you her pictures?
No.
They're actually really good. But
Yeah?
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
Show me later.
It's an interesting cosplay. For me, the first game I remember playing was back when I was like 3, and you had to type in like the DOS prompt on the computer,
Awesome.
and there was this Chippendale game, and I mean like the chipmunks, not the dancers.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure. And I don't think I ever got off the first level. It was so hard. I mean, I was 3. So if I went back and I played it now, it'd be like super easy. What is the cat doing?
Clawing a box.
We have a cat down here, so
Thor.
he's helping us out with sound effects.
Thor. Why?
He's really happy about it. I'm surprised he hasn't jumped up on the table yet.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get him.
Yeah. So, you know, while we're
No.
she's gonna go fix it. While we're doing these videos, we'll probably have my 2 cats, Thor and Balder, named after the Norse gods, not after comic book characters,
Nope.
helping us out once in a while. So, I don't know if I'm gonna leave that in or not. We'll see.
We'll see how long the silence lasts from him.
Yeah, I think maybe he's jumping down now. I don't know. Or why. Yeah, and if not the Chippendale game, at the same time, I had this weird, it was like you make a cartoon type of thing, and you would like drop and click like characters in and then tell them what to do, and you made like a little movie. I don't even remember what the name of the game was.
Wait, you know what I remember playing before Reader Rabbit?
What's that?
Do you remember that?
The Treehouse game?
Not the
Or Playhouse?
That one was actually on like a
So,
floppy disk.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that was the first one, but I also remember that Land Before Time game that had like a maze in it and stuff, and the maze kind of scared me because it had scary music, but I still played it. It's terrifying. Things would jump out at you.
I don't remember that one.
I remember that one.
Okay. First tabletop roleplay experience. That was when you were playing the Archer in the one game that Dan ran for our friends, right?
Really?
I think so.
Was that before the superhero one that we did?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Because I don't even remember what your superhero character was.
I don't know. I just
But-
remember that I flipped like a car.
Oh yeah,
and
you
stuff.
like
I was
you
like
flipped,
pretty powerful.
You
I
flipped
was
a truck because you were
awesome.
like a bruiser character.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure that yours was when you were in that game.
I'm not
and-
remembering what you're talking about right now.
Okay. Well, my husband is usually the GM for our group, so we had a couple of people get together, and since Marissa was over at that point in time, we decided to make her a character, and we made you an archer. You were like, you might have been just a human archer. And it was in, I think it was 4th edition, which was why it was kind of crappy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tell me
And
about this, because I have no memory.
We didn't know enough about 4th edition at the time to realize that, like, some of the rules had changed. It was in our apartment in Pine Brook.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So wild.
it was when you shot Hoy in the back of the head.
Cool.
You don't remember that?
I do not remember that at all.
Okay,
It sounds
see,
awesome.
I distinctly remember that because
Yeah.
we didn't know the rules about, like, shooting into battle, like, into combat, and you almost killed one of the other player characters. So you, like, shot him in the head.
A very reckless archer.
I remember. It was because you rolled, like, a 2.
That's unfortunate.
My first experience was, I want to say in, like, 9th grade. I went to go play with my friend Jason and his brother and a couple other people. Do you know Wayne?
I don't know Wayne. No.
And Landis and, like,
Of course,
well, you know
Landis.
Landis.
Yep.
Yeah, but, like, a bunch of them over at my friend's house, and he was, like, a year older than me, and his brother, who was maybe a senior when I was a freshman, was being our GM. And I think we were trying to play with an old AD&D book that I still have laying around that was originally my dad's. And of course the rules for that are so convoluted that nobody really knew what they were doing. And all of the guys were all playing, like, dwarf fighters.
All of them?
Yes, literally all of them. I don't know
Seems
why.
like a great idea.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so that's basically like the story of The Hobbit, if you think about it. Like, except we didn't have Gandalf. And then I was playing I was an elf cleric. And, you know, of course, me being the only girl in the party, there had to be the jokes about, like, me winning a piece of armor that was like a chastity belt or something.
Ugh.
But, okay, like, that sounds really terrible, but for it being the first game I was ever in, it wasn't that bad. And I actually ended up, like, saving the day because they all decided to do the thing where you, like, we went into the tavern, we're gonna roll to see how drunk we got. And all of their... Right, I don't know. All of their characters got super sloshed, so all of their stats were down, and they couldn't, like, roll to hit anything. And I was the only one who wasn't drinking, I guess because I was a cleric. I don't know. I don't know what my thought process was with that. But anyway, we then got on a boat. They're all drunk. Skeletons attacked us, and I was the only one who could actually fight. So I ended up having to save all of them.
Awesome.
So yeah, that was my first experience, just, like, crappy one-shot run by a senior in high school with a bunch of, like, freshmen and sophomores playing.
Cool.
It was okay. And then I didn't play again until college because...
Because Dan.
Yeah, because I started playing again with Dan. Okay, so something completely different. First concert. You went to a concert way before I did.
My first concert, I think, was when I was, like, 9.
Yeah, exactly.
9? Yeah.
I didn't go to a concert until I was,
Well,
like, 23.
Okay, let's see. It was technically my first concert, but I didn't actually stay for the actual concert.
Was that the
because
Bowling for Soup?
It was Bowling for Soup, and it was at the Stone.
The Stone Balloon, which is now torn down.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I was, like, young enough that, like, I got way too tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was also school night, wasn't it?
That's pretty possible. Yeah. So we went home before even seeing them.
Right, because you and Mom drove, like, all the way up here to Newark, which is, like, a 40-minute drive from where we lived. Yeah.
So then I think my first concert after that was probably, like, a couple of years later. And I think it was Gavin DeGraw and...
At the State Fair.
Hoobastank.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at the State Fair.
Yeah.
Yep, that was
I was gonna say, you've seen better stuff, though. You've gone to a couple of concerts.
Yeah, and I've gone to a couple Fireflies now, too.
Right, that's true. So you've seen a lot of good stuff.
Fireflies great.
Yeah, see, I would love to go to Firefly, but...
I'm telling you, if they start the one-day tickets
Yeah,
again,
if they do the one-day tickets, I would be able to
we
do
could
it.
get him to babysit.
Yeah.
Just take off.
Make Dan watch Cassie. And
Yeah.
then, yeah. We'll go.
So your first
Watch.
concert?
My first concert was, it was at the Electric Factory, and it was when we went to go see Dragon Force and that was the headliner band. Have you even know their music?
I know about Dragon Force
Yeah,
from
you
you,
know.
but I've never
Yeah.
listened. No.
And they had the song on like Guitar Hero. It's the super, it's the super fast. Sorry, did I spit on you? I'm gonna take out my anger on you for not knowing this band. Yeah, they're like super fast, like speed metal.
Okay.
And their CDs are good, and it's like good background music, I guess.
Mhm.
But the concert was actually not very good.
No.
Because they just got really drunk, and they basically ran around in circles on the stage, like chasing each other with their guitars.
Sounds
But
like the best concert ever.
yeah, that's where I saw Teresa's and Power Glove for the first time. And Power Glove is the one that does like the metal video game music, and they're really good.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll make you listen to some of
Okay.
it, or you can look it up.
But you were 23.
Yeah,
That makes me sad.
I know. Well, I
That would
never
be-
really went out and did anything.
That would be me not seeing any band.
Until like 2 years from now.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah, no,
insane
oh,
thing.
yeah, and I said Teresa's. They're like a Viking metal band, and they were all in costume, and they were really good.
Oh my
All
God.
like war painted up and stuff. And the one girl had broken her leg, and she was still up there like playing violin.
Oh my God. Good for her.
What's next? First fandom obsession. So like the first thing you can think that you were like, I want to be a part of this, basically. Or are we just gonna
I
count like
mean-
what was the thing that brought you to Tumblr? How's that?
Yeah, you did. You like literally sat there and signed me up.
I did.
That was
It's like being a drug dealer.
Well, see, you got me with Supernatural,
Right.
But I got you with Teen Wolf.
Yeah, that's true.
I introduced
Because
you
you were
to
like,
Teen Wolf.
you were like, here's this show, and I'm like, who the hell is Dylan
Yeah.
O'Brien?
You're like, I
Who's-
don't know who these people
Who's
are.
Oakland?
Oakland.
Yeah, no.
That
That feels like such a long time ago, and I guess at this point it's a couple of years.
it's
You've
a few years.
I've been on Tumblr for like a long time.
Yeah, I think we made that profile for me on Tumblr when I was in like my first year of high school, I think.
Was it that long
I think it was
ago?
that long ago.
Oh no.
It's been quite a while.
I lost track of time.
You always lose track of time.
know. I
Um,
didn't realize it'd been that long.
yeah, so Supernatural was what brought me
Right,
to
because
Tumblr.
initially I was just reblogging stuff for you, basically.
Yeah.
And then you got your own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's like only, my blog was like only Supernatural for a while. That's like all I reblogged.
Yeah, now it's no Supernatural at all.
Now it's no Supernatural, and
Now it's mostly Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
now it's mostly Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fine. I mean, I caught up with the last couple episodes. So,
Yeah.
when's it come back on?
Agents comes on the 29th on ABC.
I need to like write down when all my shows come back, or else I'm just gonna forget.
How to Get Away with Murder starts soon too.
Yeah,
like
and
on
I
the
can
24th.
I can watch it now the whole way through because they just put it up on Netflix.
Yay, you guys.
So I'm
got caught
actually
up.
gonna watch it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to finish. I say I want to finish watching Mr. Robot, but
Mhm.
we're only a couple episodes in, and I have to wait for
That's
Dan
not
to
really
watch
finishing.
it.
Well,
No,
you said
there's only 9
okay.
episodes, so it's not going to take that long. But I
Mhm.
can't watch it by myself, so I
Mhm.
can't just speed through it.
Right.
For me, I mean, yeah, the thing that brought me to Tumblr was Supernatural. I don't even remember. I think I was like looking up fan art, and then I like found somebody's Tumblr, and for a while I literally I bookmarked their Tumblr,
You're just looking at their.
and I
Tumblr.
just looked at their Tumblr.
Well, it's so confusing when you first start though, because it's like, what is happening here? What am I
Right.
doing?
Well, instead of, you know how people sit and just like refresh their dash to
Yes.
like find new stuff, I would sit and refresh that one girl's page.
oh God.
Like, I relied on her to show me new things because I didn't realize that
That's
like
really
everything
bad.
you could do on Tumblr.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
It
so
opened a whole new world.
yeah, I don't follow her anymore though. I think
Oh,
because she
no.
probably stopped watching Supernatural
Right.
too.
Everyone just kind of
Yeah.
falls out.
So, well, I mean, and then, but I still feel a need to follow certain people. Like, there's people I started following a long time ago at this point, like years ago.
Years.
And then you kind of like maybe half get to know them. You at least know their name, maybe.
See, I know.
You don't know anybody.
No, and
well,
I'm
you
like-
have a lot less followers than I do.
I do. I have like 57, I think, is my count right now.
See, I don't even
I'm
have-
proud of that.
I have like 850, but it's
Yeah, you
not
do.
even that's not even that many when you think about the people out
The
there.
people that have
Like
a
thousands,
lot.
tens of thousands
Yeah,
of followers.
a
Like, I don't
lot.
understand. I feel like you're just setting yourself up to disappoint somebody. Maybe that's why they get all the hate mail. I don't get hate mail. No, and non-hate.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, but before coming on Tumblr for Supernatural, I don't know, my first, like, real obsession thing, I would say, would be Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, I'd say that too.
Yeah. I like how for the longest time, because I was drawing fan art and stuff, you thought that Eris's bow were ears.
Totally did, yeah.
And I was like, it's a bow, and you're like, oh. But I guess I can kind of see that. Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
So no, that's like my obsessive thing. And now that they're remaking the game, right?
Are they?
Yeah,
Oh,
for
God.
PlayStation 4, I think.
Mhm.
Pretty sure.
So you're gonna be all over that? at some
Yeah, I'm
point?
gonna be all over that, and I hope I'm not disappointed. I don't know. I'm going into it with an open mind.
Hope
so
for the best.
yeah.